Hey everybody, Brisa here. Happy Cinco de Mayo. I don't know if most people know, but Cinco de Mayo is a small battle between Mexico and Puebla by the Mexico and the French. A small battle that was won. It's really not celebrated much or really big in Mexico, but here in the States it's huge. So happy Cinco de Mayo. Anyway, Cinco de Mayo for me means something a little bit different. It was the day that I was released from the hospital. And I remember that day, it was a big day for me. I was celebrating it in my own mind, trying to get over the fact that I am going to be home and I'm not going to have the nurses and everybody around me helping me in case something went bad or went wrong. I was gonna be essentially on my own. And so that kind of made me nervous. But at the same time, I wanted to celebrate it because it was a big accomplishment. I did overcome a lot to actually be sent home. And for that, I wanted to celebrate it. And that's what I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about. How many times do we have moments in our lives that we think it's not that big of a deal and we don't really put much importance on it because it's something that we just thought that we should get over and we should do it and we accomplished it and yay. But really, you gotta celebrate it. Even if it's a small win, you gotta celebrate it, just like a big one. So in my recovery, I celebrated everything. And a lot of things, there were things that I could do naturally on my own before. But now, after all of the things that have happened to me, it was difficult for me. So taking a shower was difficult for me. So I celebrated that when I was able to do it on my own. Tying my shoes was difficult for me before, so I celebrated that when I was able to do it again. Any little step that you get further in life, that you're getting closer to your dreams or your goals, whatever it is, whether it's big or small, you woke up in the morning and you did it. And I feel like that is huge in anybody's steps to get to where they want to get to, right? I wanted to get to walking again, but I couldn't do that without the little micro goals that I celebrated. Now, had I looked at it and said, it's not that big of a deal, I'm not walking yet, well, I would never get to that walking point. I have to celebrate all the things that I had to do to get to my walking point, physically walking. So I remember when I first took steps, I put my walker aside and I walked around my counter. My whole family was around. My mom was walking behind me like I was a baby, and she had her hands behind me making sure I didn't fall. People are gonna make sure you don't fall. People are gonna always tell you it's not a good idea. They just don't want you to get hurt. And that's okay. But you gotta keep going. You gotta put your cane aside and walk around the counter. That's what I did. So I realized I'm gonna have to do that now. I'm gonna have to put my cane down, my crutch, and I'm gonna have to walk around the counter by myself. That's what I did when I came home from the hospital around this time, and that's what I'm gonna do now. The story has changed a little bit, but I'm still doing that in life. That's what we're all doing. So join me in this journey. Tell me what you guys are doing, what you have accomplished, your macro wins, your micro wins. I want to know. So anyways, happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. I love you. Bye.